Justin Thomas might have one of the best what's in the bags right now, I think, on the PGA Tour. Let's go over some of my favorite clubs in his bag. Driver is the Titleist GT2. Need I say more? Shaft is a prototype version of the new Mitsubishi Diamante Blue board. What can I say other than God bless Mitsubishi for bringing back the board? Moving on, if you remember a little while back, I actually caught him with a burner mini driver at the Waste Management Phoenix Open. But this week at the RBC, he was spotted with the new GT280 in the bag, an Aventus TR Black 7X, although this is not just a standard GT280. This is a tour-only GT280 Plus, and I believe what that means is instead of it being 280 cc's, it's like 300, 305 to get a little bit closer to the size of the TaylorMades. Now, of all weeks, you'd think he'd be using mini driver at the RBC, but he's actually not. He is instead gaming his trusty 3-wood and potentially the greatest Titleist 3-wood of all time, the TS3. Genuinely wish I was making this up. I've owned 3 different TS3 3-woods. I've got a 13.5 that went too far, a 15, and then another 13.5. It's a phenomenal 3-wood, but do I still use it? No, because I have mental issues. 4-iron is oh so yummy. A 2023 Titleist T200. I'm going to assume it's bent a couple of degrees weak. If you've ever hit this in a 4-iron, you know, man. But the star of the show here are the 621.JT prototypes made just for Justin Thomas. Zero offset. I would do some heinous things for a set of these. You heard me, Titleist. Now, a little while back, they also did something really cool for Justin Thomas, where they took a T100 4-iron head, but welded on a different hosel. So it too had basically zero offset like his JT Protos. But he has since gone back to the T200, and honestly, this thing bent a couple degrees weak is basically the same, and it's even more forgiving. His pitching wedge, gap wedge, and sand wedge are kind of boring, but his lob wedges are where it gets a lot more fun. Last week at Augusta, he had a 60 K-Star made up, a 60 T grind, and this 60 A+ grind with a custom grind added to it. Okay, stay with me now. So they essentially took this A+, which is a pretty flat, little bit of angle in the sole, and turned it into this K-Star grind. So that is just a stock off-the-rack A+, pretty flat sole, touch of angle in it. But as you can see, Arundel added leading edge relief and then heel, toe, and trail edge relief like we see on the K-Star. Okay, now why would they do this? Well, the normal low bounds K, which is what the K-Star is based off of, is a very flat sole that is very wide. The A+, on the other hand, is a little bit narrower and it has a touch more angle in it. So this has a little bit more initial bounce in terms of the angle, but it is also narrower. He basically wanted that, but with this grind. Then you had a putter change, which I feel like kind of flew under the radar. He is now gaming a Scotty Cameron prototype Phantom T5. And what's really intriguing is the fact that he had some custom grinding done to the sole. I'm assuming this is to make it sit a certain way. With the smooth face, beautiful stick here. And finally, one more club that is also not in the bag, but a really cool one, this experimental prototype Scotty Cameron Newport 2, where they did the carbon steel face, but without the chain link milling pattern. Alignment aid's pretty swank too.